Hello, everyone. I'm Vi. I'll be your host today. And today's topic, in my opinion, is quite an intuitive one for us as people, as humans. But when we start talking about email marketing or e-commerce in general, it just suddenly becomes very hard and complicated and overwhelming. And the topic is segmentation, which essentially is just assigning characteristics to a group of people, and then you know how to interact with them. So for example, a coffee shop, we're all familiar with those. They have different regulars. It might be someone who comes in the morning and only gets a coffee. There are afternoon people who come in only on weekends. And we all understand that they're buying from the coffee shop, but you would interact differently with them. So for example, if someone just gets a coffee Monday to Friday, maybe you'll give them a free coffee one day. If it's someone who comes in for lunch, maybe you'll treat them to a sweet treat, because it kind of comes intuitive to us. Like we're hosting, we are there to build that relationship. So I think when it comes to email marketing, at least like it helps me just to get over the overwhelming part and being like, well, it's just people who have habits, and I would also like to know them better and talk to them better as well. So yeah, I think that's something to apply today if you feel overwhelmed by the segmentation topic. And to help with that today, I have Laurel, who is our Senior Customer Success Manager at Omnisend. And I'm always fascinated by her. She's so excited to help our customers, and like she genuinely cares, which to me is what Omnisend is all about. It's us building that relationship with you. So I'm very, very excited for you guys to meet Laurel if you haven't heard already. Laurel, would you like to say hello?
Yes, thank you so much. And that is so true. As a senior customer success manager, success is in my title. So I want to ensure all of our customer success through our platform. So that being said, again, my name is Laurel, and I'm super excited to be discussing customer lifecycle segmentation with you all today.
Fantastic. You're kind of getting a little teaser of what it's like to have a one-on-one session with a customer success manager. So like definitely in for a treat. A couple of things to know as well. This session is being recorded, and you will receive the recording in an email just in a couple of days. And also, if you have any questions at any point, at the bottom of your screen, there is a Q&A box. So you can drop your questions in that, and we will try to answer those as well. So Laurel, so excited. The stage is yours.
All right, so for today, we will first be covering how to define the customer lifecycle. Then I'll walk you through the key lifecycle stage map. And next, I'll show you how to build and implement lifecycle segmentation in a few simple steps. And then lastly, we'll wrap it up with a real customer success story on their personal success with lifecycle segmentation. So I'm going to share an additional simple analogy in terms of imagining your email list is like a gym. You have your new members who are just getting started. You have your regulars who never miss a session, and then folks who haven't shown up in quite some time. Now, would a good trainer give them all the same workout? Absolutely not. Each person is at a different stage tailored to where they are in their current journey so that they can receive their own success. And the same applies to marketing. When every customer gets the same message, then it's not relevant. So aligning your messaging with where someone is in their current journey and with the right timing, you will see the results. So ultimately, the customer lifecycle is the path someone takes from discovering your brand to becoming a loyal customer. And at every stage, people want different things. New customers are expecting a proper welcome, loyal, might be expecting some VIP treatment, and then those lapsed customers, they might need a reason just to come back. So once you understand the lifecycle journey, this is where segmentation is how we can put it truly into action. So we want to automate the segmentation process to ensure timely and relevant messages. Ultimately, it's about grouping your customers based on where they are with a relationship with a customer or with a company. And again, sending the right message to the right person at the right time. So lifecycle marketing helps you speak to each group in that right way without overcomplicating things. and we're here to make it simple for you. So as you know, at Omnisend, we have our pre-built templates, and we also have our AI-driven Lifecycle Stage Map. You won't have to guess or create anything from scratch. Truly, our AI-powered lifecycle map is dynamically assigned to each customer based on their lifecycle stage. And this is based off of historical shopping behaviors and provides you a clear visual guide to identify those that maybe need attention. So for an example, those shoppers who have high repeat purchase potential, those who need a little extra nurturing, and who's also a true champion. As you can see on the left-hand side, within the lifecycle stage map, you're able to move your mouse over a specific stage, and you'll be able to view those contacts. And by clicking on that, you're able to build a segment this way, but you can also see the retention tactics as well for that stage. On the right-hand side, you'll see, of course, the segmentation. You're able to build a segment from scratch or use a custom property named lifecycle stage. From there, you can choose the needed value, meaning the stage, but you can also add standalone filters or combine them with other segmentation rules, providing you flexibility without complexity. And then next, I just want to quickly go over 6 benefits of segmentation and truly the reasons behind why this is truly important. Again, I'm going to be reiterating this so many times during our conversation today. But the first is, of course, more personalized marketing. By sending tailored messages to each segment, you can send personalized communication. And from there, better customer retention. Customers are going through various stages, so there definitely needs to be some changes. Lifecycle segmentation helps you address this by sending relevant messages per segment. And with targeted promotions, you're able to send promotional offers cater to their specific needs based off of their current stage with your brand. And with those targeted promotions, you can also provide relevant product recommendations. So analyzing your customer data and history, you're able to recommend the right products to that specific customer. Then from there, a positive customer experience. When you're sending personalized and relevant content, they truly feel like they care, like you care. So improving the overall experience is going to increase the positivity with the relationship with your brand. And lastly, data-driven decision-making. So we're making informed decisions based off of the behavior that we receive from your customers. This is incredibly useful for optimizing strategies and overall maximizing the customer lifetime value. So next, I want to walk you through how to get started. Again, this is super easy, only a few clicks, but ultimately it's 5 simple steps. First, we're going to define the lifecycle segments. From there, collect the customer data, review the lifecycle stage map, create marketing campaigns for each segment, and test and improve your campaigns. So first, define the lifecycle segments. Now, the first 3, we have the recent, loyal, and champions. Recently bought something from your brand. It could also include first-time or even repeat buyers. Loyal customers, those who buy from your brand repeatedly, either frequently or even occasionally. And then your champions, loyal customers who have made several high-value purchases, and one of them was actually recently. From there, we're able to identify the customers who need nurturing. They bought once or twice, but haven't been active recently. Then from there, we have high potential customers, either bought a few high value items or made average price purchases. And then the next 3 are at risk, can't lose, and about to lose. They've bought from your brand in the past, but haven't been active in quite some time. And to highlight the about to lose customers, these are folks who bought something in the past, but have not been active in a long time. Some of them may have been one-time buyers. So this is a more difficult segment to win back and requires more persuasion to buy something. So that being said, in a few slides, I will discuss specific strategies tailored to these specific audiences, the at-risk and can't lose as well. And then next, we need to collect customer data. So to even utilize customer lifecycle segmentation for marketing, we need an email list. If you already have one, we can get started with segmentation, and the whole entire process very immediately. If not, you need to choose various lead capture tactics to collect your email addresses and grow your list. Now within Omnisend, you do have our forms builder. Few clicks, we have our templates and you're ready to go. And as already mentioned, we do have our lifecycle stage map. Now this is going to be the next step. You want to review the lifecycle stage map and identify exactly which contact group you would like to focus on within your strategy. To create such a segment, you need to navigate to your audience tab, then to the customer breakdown, and select the lifecycle stage to view your contacts. Again, Omnisend will dynamically assign the lifecycle stage to each customer base based off of their historical shopping behavior. That includes frequency, their spend. For an example, again, this is based off of those that need extra nurturing, or even your true champions. Then again, segmentation. Within our audience tab, you're able to build out segments on itself, or you can also utilize the custom properties for the customer lifecycle stage. And here are a few examples on how to use customer lifecycle stages. One, of course, is preventing shoppers from leaving your brand altogether. That can include, of course, the about to lose, can't lose, at-risk lifecycle stages. So we need a tactic to be able to win them back. Next, cherish your best customers. Go the extra mile in treating them. These are your frequent high-value shoppers from your champion to your loyalist lifecycle stages. And also find more high-value customers. So you can combine the upper row segments from the lifecycle stage map to build a single high CLV, so your customer lifetime value customer segment. And then you can also sync it to create lookalikes in your Facebook and Google ads. Now within this slide as well, you're able to see a breakdown of each lifecycle segment in the examples of each campaign. Now again, as a friendly reminder, within the lifecycle stage map that we have in your account, you're able to move your mouse and highlight the retention tactics for each stage. So for an example, welcome series for recent customers, a win back for at-risk customers, and even loyalty programs for your champions. And then lastly, test and improve your campaigns. For example, A/B testing. We have this set up within your campaigns tab. You can add it to your workflows. Test offers and campaign copies to understand each of the customer preferences and their ultimate motivations. And use multiple channels. If you're only sending email, try SMS. You want to reach your customers in specific channels as much as possible to see what caters to their needs and their engagement overall. So we have email, SMS, and push notifications. And then last set, of course, for this one, it would be drawing insight from your reporting. So collecting the reporting, reviewing the overall engagement overall, and again, making adjustments when necessary. And then lastly, send feedback forms and surveys to your customers to share their experience, providing further insight on how to optimize your campaigns and overall strategy moving forward. So that being said, as you know, I'm a senior customer success manager at Omnisend. And as a CSM, I'm here to help our customers explore strategies and uncover opportunities that align with their unique lifecycle map. So today, I want to highlight two key segments and show you just how simple it is. With our segmentation and automation tools, getting started is quick and seamless. In fact, tomorrow when you're pouring your cup of coffee or your tea, whatever your preference is, if you set up this automation and your segmentation, your strategy will be completed before your caffeine even kicks in. So for this example, let me try and go back. There we go. So the at-risk and can't lose. These are your most valuable customers who used to shop more often and or spend more than your customers, but they haven't purchased anything in quite some time. We need a way to be able to nudge them and entice them to come back to your site and make a purchase. So for the at-risk, there are a few tactics in mind. You can set up a reactivation flow featuring personalized product recommendations or newly launched products that customers might have missed. Promoting limited time deals, but Don't discount your products too much. We want to grab their attention, but again, utilize our A/B testing to see what speaks to your customers most. And remind customers what sets your brand and products apart with value-focused content. If you have shipping insurance or free shipping alone or anything that entices them to go to your brand versus your competitor, state that in your email. And similar tactics with the retention for can't lose segments. Again, setting up a reactivation flow with providing special discounts. And in fact, increasing your chances of reaching, converting your customers by using multiple channels. So again, not only email, but SMS and push. You can give a 287% higher purchase rate. And as I mentioned before, you can also utilize syncing the segment with Facebook or Google to promote a special incentive by displaying retargeting ads. So as you can see within the audience tab for that specific segment, on the right-hand side, you're going to see 3 dots. Once you click on those 3 dots, you'll see sync to Google and Facebook. If you have the integration already set up within the App Store, you can click on this and you're good to go. And then from there, of course, we're here to make it simple for you. Our automation, we have so many templates available for you. But for these 2 specific segments, you're, of course, can be able to focus on like the customer reactivation. So within our templates, we have 3 different versions of the customer reactivation. One, of course, includes 3 email series, 1 email series, as well as one with 1 email and SMS. But again, this is just a template that we provide to you. And then from there, setting up the overall workflow strategy. Now, within the reactivation template, we have our logic in hand with the enter and exit conditions, but you can also switch this to segment-based. So when you're building out that segment for your at-risk or can't lose, you can go ahead and switch it over to this being your enter conditions. Then from there, our templates are already available for you. It takes no more than even just 2 minutes to even complete. And then as a friendly reminder, if you do choose to build out this reactivation flow with a segment, I always share with my customers to ensure that you include the frequency setting and have this enabled for the reason we don't want to re-trigger contacts in a certain period if they're able to re-enter the same segment in a certain period. So this will just help eliminate them re-triggering the same workflow, receiving the same campaign in a certain period. But again, I wanted to share 2 specific examples. One includes just 1 email series. And then on the right-hand side, you're going to see a 50-50 split. One includes, of course, email in the path A and SMS in path B. But again, test it out on your own. Try A/B testing, 50-50 splits, see what reacts best to your customers, and analyze the data to optimize your overall campaigns moving forward. Again, the biggest strategy when it comes to winning back your customers is enticing them to come back to your store. Provide them the information of what gravitates them to choose your brand, provide discounts, and also personalization. And as already mentioned, we're going to show your customers what they're missing. So you want to also choose the right tone in messaging. As mentioned, special discounts, free shipping incentives, and then again, use multiple channels, including SMS and or push to increase your reach. And I know I already highlighted personalization, but I wanted to show you specifically how you can add this directly into your emails. Now within Omnisend, we do provide you our product recommender block. Now within automations, our product recommender block provides you 2 personalized recommendations that you can include and set up. So every time a new customer enters the workflow, receives the email, if you have it set to products similar to past purchases, they will be able to receive personalized recommendations based off of their historical behavior and purchase history. And in fact, customers who are able to, so customers are over 2.5 times more likely to convert when recommendations are based off of their purchase history. And again, Omnisend does it for you. It's as simple as picking the product recommender block and dropping it into your email builder. lastly, I want to share a success story from a specific customer, Island Olive Oil. Now, Island Olive Oil, they paid for a full year of Omnisend in only 8 months while utilizing automations. So Island Olive Oil Company used Omnisend to send automated messages to re-engage at-risk and can't-lose customers. So for an example, that exact example I gave you previously, it was able to achieve a 27% conversion rate on their at-risk and a $11.24 revenue per email for their can't-lose automation. So within their email that they provided, they shared a generous 20% discount that aims to win the customer back. And they use tempting product images, direct buying links that further nudge their readers towards buying the products. So it's no wonder their campaign had such high conversion rates. And as we wrap up, I just want to quickly just go over a few key takeaways from our conversation today. First, of course, customer lifecycle segmentation. It's crucial for enhancing personalized engagement, improving retention, and optimizing key metrics like open rates and conversions. And by targeting customers based off of their lifecycle stage, you can craft highly relevant, timely campaigns that drive results. And again, we do it for you. Omnisend provides you ready-to-use segmentation, automated workflows to simplify this process, helping you save time while still delivering effective campaigns. And for accounts that spend 400 or more, contact your CSM for personalized guidance. We are here to support you and ensure success with your brand. So reach out to your dedicated customer success manager to get expert advice and a tailored strategy. Again, we're here to fine-tune your lifecycle segmentation for maximum impact.
Thank you so much, Laurel.
Of course.
That was so good. Like, it really got me in the headspace of like, okay, like there are segments, like we need to do something about these people, you know? And I love the example that you shared. Am I correct that the Island Olive Oil Company paid for their Omnisend within 8 months, for a year of Omnisend within 8 months?
Correct.
Yeah. Wow. So you see, guys, like if you're strategic and you have to spend money to make money, but when you know that returns are coming in, that is pure gold in business. So I love that example. I didn't even know about this company that they did that. That's very impressive.
And these are really conversations that I have with my customers all the time. You know, there's not enough time in the day, but that's why Omnisend wants to make it simple for you. So again, we have the segmentation already built out for you. You have your lifecycle stage map and also automations and campaign templates. So we want to make sure that you are not spending too much time, but you're also able to sit back and just see that revenue grow.
Yeah, like when I first joined Omnisend and I saw that AI-powered lifecycle map, I was like, where was it like 5 years ago when I was just like a baby e-commerce manager going through my Shopify being like, okay, these people spending this money, they probably are high value. I want to talk to them. Or, you know, when you start a business, I wonder if anyone in the audience can relate to that. But once you start a business and you start seeing the same people coming back, because of course you have to check every single order that comes in, you know that it's, okay, oh my God, that person came back and again and again. So that feeling, that's what motivates you as a brand when you get feedback. Mm-hmm. And again, like I would approach Lifecycle as a feedback to your brand as well. I think one of like the common things that I noticed when I was consulting e-commerce brands and when I was working in one is, so we want to be seen as a business. We want people to think about us and we want people to buy from us. But then we kind of think like, I don't want to overwhelm them. I don't want to send too much. I don't want to be too much. And then maybe those people need to hear from you. The interesting segment, and maybe Laurel, you'll add on to that, is that you cannot lose segment where people previously, they were your champions. They were buying from you. And then something happens and they stop buying from you, but they loved you. Like, what happened? Laurel, from your experience, like, how common is that? Like, have you seen that a lot? That is this segment big for businesses? What would you say?
I would definitely say it's a huge pattern and a huge pattern of conversation that I have with customers. And ultimately, my response is, how are we analyzing the data that we currently have? So if you're seeing more can't lose customers going through and your volumes growing for that certain stage, also take a look at the specific contact profile for a few and see if you can mark any of the activity to pinpoint exactly what's going on. But also reflect on your current strategy. So, do you have a loyalty program? Are you utilizing segmentation to its fullest? And also the overall strategy that you currently have in place for each life cycle within your workflows. So, again, it's very, very common, but we really just need to make it break it down simple in terms of understanding who your customers are and also understanding exactly what your strategy is right now and how we can further explore expanding on reaching them moving forward.
We have a question, and that's something that I was about to ask you as well. So the question is, what are the life cycle segments would you recommend that we prioritize in terms of creating an automation workflow? And what I wanted to ask as well is kind of leading into that. So we spoke about two of the segments. I opened the Lifecycle Stage Map, and I see 9, I believe, that we have. Like, where do I begin? Like, how would I audit that data to make a decision what to prioritize? And keeping in mind that I'm probably a small, medium business owner or a marketing lead that has other things than email marketing to worry about. So, how would you approach this? What do you recommend your clients?
Yeah, of course. I love this question. So I would first start with the first step of the journey. Of course, do you have the welcome flow? And is there a way to support the customers that are first purchases or repeat purchases? So if you have transactional workflow set up, do we have conditional splits in place? But if you don't want to focus on automations, you can also set up the segments based off of, let's say, your VIP list. Send them an SMS campaign or an email, the same email with some minor adjustments to the content, highlighting that they're VIP and special just a few minutes before, even a few hours or even days before, a promotion or sale that's going on. Make them feel special. So again, it's not only that you need to focus on the automations, but how you're reaching within campaigns. But to answer the question on how to even get started, I would also just look at breaking it down in 3 parts. The first stage of your first buyers. How are we continuing to build a relationship with those that have made a purchase? And then also those that haven't made a purchase in quite some time. So if you have a simple transactional workflow, you can also use that segment, split them based off of their current stage to receive 3 different versions of your email as well. It can be just minor adjustments.
Awesome. Something you mentioned, and maybe I'll have some examples as well. The post-purchase flows. So of course we have the obvious one, people who bought for the first time, and you want to talk to them, and of course you want to chat with them and introduce them to your brand and upsells and other things. But then you have people who are repeat buyers. So you wouldn't take them through the same thing. They already know your brand. Like, they literally just showed you that they know you because they bought the second time or the third or the fourth. Do you have any examples, or how would you approach that differentiation? So let's say the welcome first purchase flow is quite obvious, but how do we nurture those other people that is their second purchase or maybe their 10th? Would you approach it differently as well?
The easiest way to approach this, honestly, is with a product recommender item. So we know that they made a purchase. We have that data collected. And so by utilizing the product recommender items, you're able to tailor, similar to past purchases, products tailored especially to what they have made an order for. But also, I really would highlight loyalty programs and Google and Facebook ads for retargeting special promotions, the day prior. So again, just utilizing the data that we've already collected. Again, we know that they made a purchase, so we can cater that communication dynamically within the email itself. So again, you don't have to build it out entirely. With the product recommender item, you're able to send them personalized messages based off of their history with orders.
Fantastic. Yeah, I've seen brands, like I experienced this when I'm buying for like third or fourth time, and my email says, "Congratulations, joining our family," or whatever that is. And I'm like, I will probably not stop buying from them because clearly there's a reason why I'm purchasing from them, but it doesn't incentivize me to come back or be that what's the word, being the champion, like literal champion in the wild, where you're like cheering for that brand, because those small things, they do add up. And if you ever, my tip for auditing as well, like when it comes to messages that you send, try approaching it and reading it as if you were talking to a real person. And if you like pretend that you're in a restaurant or a cafe that you own, like how would you talk to that person that you're seeing for the first time and you're seeing someone again, second time that day as well? Like, you can go into very deep and specific things, but that humanization of your customer, that what will help you. You will not miss those small, tiny details if you try this exercise. That's what I used to do. And like, I still try to keep this mindset.
That's such a good point. And I always have these conversations with my customers too. And I love to share the analogy of sending out a birthday card. You know, every year, everyone has a birthday every year. And you're going to send a different birthday card to your grandma or your best friend or even just a stranger that you just met. It's all going to be different. So you need to tailor the communication based off of course, it's the same journey. It's their birthday and their event, but the communication is going to be different based off of your relationship with them so far.
Absolutely. That's such a good analogy. And as you were saying that, again, I thought about, so how do we prioritize what segments to focus on, especially if you've never thought about segmentation that way, like life cycle segmentation. And my pro tip as well is focus on those people who already bought from you and you know that they liked something about your brand, because it's so much easier. Sometimes it's literally just the nudge, like the SMS being like, "Hey, we miss you," you know, try see what's new. And that invitation, that usually gives the nudge, instead of trying to chase people who probably haven't opened your email in months, or they haven't even bought, or maybe they bought a year ago. So it's absolutely, testing and seeing if that interaction would change something is great. But I'm sure we all are looking at our budgets and we're like, oh, I don't know where I'm going to spend that. Like, I'm sure we're not big enterprises. So that's how I would prioritize my budgets as well. Just looking at the segments and being like, are my top people okay? Like, are they coming back? And if they are, go for experimentations or apply the 80-20 strategy. Focus 80% of your budget and energy literally on those people that are coming back and returning, instead of chasing those that are probably somewhere else.
I couldn't agree more. And honestly, the easiest way to even just start this is just go to your life cycle stage map and see directly where's the highest number right now? Where are your customers currently placed? And then from there, that's going to give you a little bit more insight on directly like where you should focus first. And of course, if you put your mouse over that certain stage, you'll see the retention tactics right there and provide you more resourceful tools on where to even begin. So
yeah, like that's what I like about that tool, because I'm sure we're busy, and even if I had a success manager, like scheduling a meeting, other things, that takes time. So I would say just first, after this webinar, go to your life cycle stage map, see where you're at, and just take a look. See where you're at. You don't have to even act on anything. You don't have to act on anything, just understand it. That's your step one. I'm sure you'll start getting ideas of like, okay, this is a little bit red. Maybe I should focus my attention here. And what I love that you said, again, because Omnisend does everything for you and we use best practices. It's not just us guessing, oh, this email should be nice. We have so many years of experience. Like it's tried and tested. So if you just want to see what you can do, again, tomorrow morning, we're making a coffee, or if you have extra 30 minutes today that's open on your calendar, just go to Lifecycle stage map, see where your people might need help, which ones would you like to invite, and just see what workflows can you activate. And you're already not engaging with them, so you're not going to lose anything if you set up the flow and see how that works. Again, it's set up in best practices, so don't spend too much time, because I'm sure you're very busy. Get that going, come back to it in a week, in 2 weeks, see the results, and then decide for yourself what's next. Maybe you want to do more A/B testing. Maybe maybe that's working and you're going to approach a different segment. So don't feel overwhelmed. Just again, focus on people who already spend money with you, because they like something about your brand, and just see if they maybe need a nudge, or maybe a little discount. Does work every time, even if it's like 10%. That's a very nice invitation as well. And one question as well, or kind of like follow-up question, because you mentioned Facebook ads and Google ads as well. And I like that pro tip. And even if you never done advertising, or you do not touch Facebook ads or meta ads, knowing the audience that already buys from you, that allows you to create a lookalike audience that has even higher chances of converting than just guessing. I wonder if these people would convert. For you're like, okay, these people should convert. So like, any tips for people who might be like, oh God, I'll have to go into my Facebook ad manager and now everything's gonna blow up because I pressed this button. Like, how would you suggest approaching this and just getting our head around lookalike audiences?
Yeah, absolutely. The biggest thing is, of course, go in with confidence. At the end of the day, we have those segments in place. We know exactly who these customers are and how we need to target them. So by utilizing Google or even Facebook ads, you can set personalized ads directly for that customer. So try it out, of course, just test. The biggest thing is always test things out and see how customers react. And then from there, you can make adjustments. So my biggest recommendation, if you're utilizing Facebook or Google, try one of those segments and see how customers react from there. Because again, it's a really, really great tool. I couldn't express even more, but at the end of the day, we want to reach your customers based off of multiple channels, and we have those tools in place. So again, just building out a segment, retargeting to like a Facebook ad, whether it's like a new promotion or even just stating within the tone, we haven't heard from you in quite some time. Here are some really great new arrivals that are appearing, and see how they react to it.
Absolutely. Just testing on small scale. You don't have to. And one of the tips that I also tell people who are very hesitant, because I get it. Like, there's money on the line, there are other things, there's your business reputation. I'm like, you don't even have to send or go live with anything. Like the ads, Omnisend flows, you can just save it in draft. Just let it be, and then come back to it in an hour the next day. But as you said, just go in with confidence. Like, you are in control. And if you need help, if you feel like completely lost, you can also contact our support team at Omnisend. They're there 24/7. Drop us an email. We would love to help you as well. So you're not in this alone. We swear.
That's such a good point too. And again, support and CSMs, we're all here to help you. So we always want to make sure you guys are, of course, driving your success, and we're here to help.
Amazing. So Laurel, thank you so much. I really love this chat. I think, there's so much to think about, but also it's so easy to implement. You're probably sleeping on, like, I don't know, I don't want to say $10,000s, but you're sleeping on money that you can have in your account, helping your business as well. So this was very, very helpful. And for everyone, you will receive a recording of this webinar very shortly. Go through the list again, try out the Lifecycle Stage Map. Just look at what you have, look at your audience. And if you need help, again, contact our support team. We're here to help. So Laurel, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you everyone for joining today.
Thank you. And we'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.